This video I'm about to show you, make sure you watch it. Especially if you're a mom, a single woman, there's a woman you care about, from a cop perspective or just a man perspective, looking out for women, or even a man. This video is for you.
I'm not sure if you've seen the video of the girl that went to the gas station to use the bathroom, but then when she got there, she noticed that the woman's restroom had a lock on it.
If you or anyone you know, love, or care about lives near Texas A&M University, please listen to this. So I do have the address of the Exxon that this occurred at. Again, it was in College Station near A&M University in that town. But I was working and I had to use the restroom, so I went to the closest gas station. I left my car running with my phone in it, and because I can lock my car from the outside. So I go inside. I'm just like going to run into the bathroom and pop right back out. I go in, I open the door, and it's one of those doors that slowly closes so it doesn't slam. And I hear something like electric, door locks that automatically close the keypads. That sound is the sound that it makes when it's locked. I hear that, and I'm like, what was that? So I look up, and I thank God I saw it right in time, because right before it shut, I stopped the door because there was a contraption, a big square rectangular contraption at the top left-hand tippy top of the door on the outside of the door that locks you in to the bathroom. And so I was like, that's weird. And I stood there for a minute and I was thinking about it, what I wanted to do. And my gut just was feeling weird. So I ran outside, thankfully. My coworker was getting gas. So I grabbed one of the guys and I was like, hey, come here. And I brought him in and I showed him, I'm like, look, there's this thing up top that locks you in the bathroom. And as I'm talking about it, I have the door open. I go to I show him, I twist it and I show him, and it moves back, and I'm like, what the heck? And I look back over my shoulder, and the two men that worked at the gas station were staring at me, and they were controlling, I would unlock it and they would relock it, and I was like, what is going on? So I'm showing him, I'm like, why is there a contraption on the women's restroom that locks you in the bathroom? And they're just I'm like, what the heck? So anyways, I was telling him, I'm like, hey, can you please just stand outside this door and make sure that I don't get locked in this bathroom? There was no way out. It wasn't something that went through the door where there was a knob on the other side. It was only on the outside. It locked you in, and if they locked you in there, you were not getting out. And I was like, what? Why would that need to be there? So I asked him to stand there, and I was like, hey, can you please make sure I get back out of this bathroom? So I come out, and I'm just really feeling weird, and again, I look over, and they're just so I'm like, what the heck? So I'm like, give me your phone, because mine was in the car. So I grab his phone, and I start recording, and I'm making a video, kind of talking to the videos, and oh, look at this, and they start walking over, and I look over at the men's restroom. Guess what? Not there. There's not one on the men's restroom. It was only on the women's restroom. And then the workers, the two guys, start walking toward us, and they yelled at the guy that was with me, and they're like, no recording, no pictures or videos in this store. It's a gas station. Why do you care if I take videos or photos in your store? Which just kind of validated and further made me feel really weird about the situation. So I don't know, maybe I'll post the videos and y'all will inform me that this is a contraption that is typical and it's no big deal. Cool. I'll just look like a fool. But I would rather, if it's not normal and something's not right, if someone sees this, because it's a college town, there's tons of young, vulnerable girls there. So if something is up, if I'm right, just because the energy from those men, something was not okay. And I'm just thinking, if a girl goes in there, at 2 o'clock in the morning to use the bathroom, and maybe they've been drinking, why do you need to lock a woman in a bathroom? And why can you control it from where you're standing? That's weird. I've never seen this before. I'm rambling. I'm in this gas station, and I go to use the bathroom. I notice there's a lock on the outside, right? So when you close the door, it locks you in from the outside. You have no way of getting out. And it's not on the men's. Tell me that's not fucking weird. That's weird. That's weird. On the men's. Only on the women's. Not on the men. Only on the women's. They're trying to steal women. Trying to get them.
But I can call boss, sir, or you
You
just
can,
want
but you can call him after you remove it. Because no matter how he feels about it,
Nah, that's a great observation by her. Yeah, I know Texas is one of the leading state for human trafficking, sex trafficking, kids trafficking, and this is in Bryan, Texas. You never know where it could happen in anywhere. This is a great observation from her to see that all these doors has none of this on it. It's just the woman door. What if your daughter, your mom, or whatever went in there to use the bathroom and they're locked in and somebody goes through a back alley door to have access to, just take them. You don't see them ever again. So basically the cops came and talked to the manager. Managers can't do anything about it. So the cops, shout out to Bryan PD, the cops called the fire department and help them take that thing off the door. It shouldn't be there. The cops can't take them off because we don't have the tools to take them off. And they called the fire department and they were able to take it off. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, especially ladies, be aware of your surroundings. Pay attention when you travel and going through little towns, big towns. Pay attention to the doors. Always look away in your surroundings. Have your keys in your hand, ready to get in your car. If you're at a store, know your exits. Don't always think, we're going to be there to protect you right away, or Captain is saving, America's going to come be here to save you. Just be aware of your surroundings and always look after one another and be safe.
Okay, update from the lock on the women's bathroom at the Exxon gas station in College Station. After seeing everybody's comments and videos and realizing that everybody thought and felt the same way that I did for the most part, some of y'all's comments were either irrelevant or off topic or concerned about the wrong thing. But placed the phone call to the Bryan Police Department this morning. Pretty quickly, within the hour, I would even argue it was probably less than 30 minutes, the police officer called me, who was dispatched, and told me that the manager of the gas station said that the lock was placed there to prevent that there's a large group of Hispanic men that come in there during lunch and destroy the women's restroom. So they placed that lock there to keep them out. Here's the problem. You can unlock it from the outside. So if the Hispanic man wanted to go into the bathroom, he would simply reach up, turn the knob, and still go into the bathroom. So my question is, okay, if that's truly the purpose, why isn't it on the inside of the restroom where you have the remote control and could lock it, and then they could not get into the bathroom? So their reasoning does not make sense. It does not make sense, because if that was the reason, it would be on the inside of the door. The police officer actually agreed with me that it was sketchy and weird, and that the explanation didn't really make sense. But he did say, this is my first time ever dealing with something like this, and unfortunately there's nothing that I can do. So, I also want to let y'all know that I called the police. I made them aware. If I see comments on here with y'all telling me to call local news stations, to call the FBI, all this stuff, y'all are more than welcome to do it. You have all the information at this point. You have my video. You have the address. You have everything. So if y'all want to do that, hey, I support it.
This is the perfect example of if you see something, say something. I will be checking the top of every women's restroom door from now on. So reports claim that over 400 women go missing in this area every year. This is the address of the exact gas station. This is an industrial grade lock, and the woman tested it and she confirmed it works. And this lock would trap whoever was in that room in that room.
But I want to know, why was it there to begin with? Has anybody heard a statement made from the owner of the store? I haven't found anything. I want to know, why was the lock there to begin with? The owner of the store should have to make a statement or give a reason as to why the lock was there, and if not, be charged with a crime. That is, possible kidnapping, in my opinion. Why was the lock there? I want to know, why was the lock there? That is terrifying as a woman. That is terrifying as a mother of 2 daughters. That is terrifying. And the fact that it was it was at a store close to a college, like that's not coincidental. That is not coincidental. I want to know why it was there in the first place.
That is so weird to me. What are your intentions? What were you guys planning on doing? That is suspicious, it's weird, it's scary, and it's giving trafficking. Thank God after she called the police made them take that lock off that door immediately. Make sure you share this for awareness, but let me know what you guys think in the comments.
This is why being aware of your surroundings is very, very important. Being aware of your surroundings as a lady is very, very, very important. Like everywhere you're going, you have to be vigilant. You have to know where you are. You have to know what is around you, what is going on. You have to be 10 times on your toes. Just imagine if she wasn't paying attention. And first of all, why is there even a lock in women's restroom for? What is the lock for? So right now it's making me think, whenever I go to a bathroom or if I go somewhere, I need to be looking to see what is there, if there's cameras, if there's a lock, because this is just giving trafficking. This is just giving something bad could happen to you. You could be in there and then you'll be locked inside. You can't get out, you cannot get out unless someone open the door for you. And that's very, very dangerous. Just let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in my next video.